Hey guys, welcome to the Diamond Deduction inside story. Throughout the duration of this video, I will discuss who stole the diamond, and I will reveal all of the hidden Easter eggs. But if you haven't seen the original video yet, click the link on the screen. And if you're watching this on iPhone, iPad, or any other various devices, the link will be down below in the description. But before we get started, I just wanted to discuss a bit about the production process for this video. Okay, so this was one of the most technically complicated videos I have ever worked on. I mean, just a couple months ago, the best background I made consisted of 2 colors. And due to all of this detail I put into the Diamond Deduction, it actually took 21 days, 11 hours, 41 minutes, and 9 seconds to create. I worked on it constantly, so I missed out on a lot of sleep too. But in all seriousness, I learned a lot while working on this project. For instance, before, I didn't even know my animation program had a straight line tool on it. You could literally see the increase in line quality from the first to the second scene. I also learned that I should probably organize my desktop better, because right now it looks like this. Yeah. But anyways, let's get right into who stole the diamond. Here's a graph displaying everyone's guess on who stole the diamond. As you can see, most people I talked to thought it was Mason, so let's see if they're right. Okay, let's start off with Charlie. Did he actually win the lottery, or did he cash in the diamond? Well, if you look close enough, there is indeed a winning lottery ticket on his bulletin board. Also, if you go back to the running scene, there is a sign in a convenience store confirming Charlie is telling the truth. Up next, it's Andrew. We know he's part of the Thugs for Life gang because a tattoo on his neck, but that doesn't mean that he didn't steal the diamond. So again, we go back to the running scene. If you stop the video at the right time, you can see the Thugs for Life gang broke a clock. You can assume it's frozen due to the out of order sign on the ground, and the time it was frozen at 11:29, the exact time of the theft. There's no way Andrew could have been in 2 places at once, so he has an alibi. So did Mason steal the diamond? The short answer is no. If you pause the video at the right time, you can spot a Katy Perry ticket on the wall, stamped at 11:29, so Mason also has an alibi. So this leaves the cop, the assistant, and Mark. The cop and Mark would have no reason to steal the diamond. It would just be inconveniencing themselves. But just to disprove anyone with doubts, if you go to the very end, you get flashed with this message. And using the backwards alphabet cipher, it translates to, the cop and Mark are innocent. So that means the assistant is the one who stole the diamond, and there is a lot of evidence supporting this. First of all, he has more than one motive. He did it for money, but also he doesn't like his boss. Mark doesn't even know his name. Secondly, the theft occurred at 11:29, and the assistant said he got there at 5 and worked for 18 hours, which is 11 o'clock p.m. That is enough time to get ready for the robbery. Thirdly, the cops said it had to be someone who worked there. This is not really strong evidence, but evidence nonetheless. Finally, if you pause the video at 6 seconds in, you can spot the assistant leaving work. Same hair, same shirt, except for he also has a wedding ring on. Fast forward a bit to when he's calling Mark, you can see he has no ring on his left hand, the hand that usually carries the wedding ring. But you can spot his ring on the ground of the crime scene. Indefinite proof that the assistant is guilty. Now for the Easter eggs. First of all, in the bottom left corner, there's a poster that reads Crayon Man. This is a reference to the first comic I ever made. There is also a poster that says Boris the Dragon on it. This is just a story that me, my brother, and some friends created. This book is the date we started working on the Diamond Deduction. And this one, if you translate it from Zulu, you get the assistant is guilty. And if you translate this book from Turkish, you get the same thing. Okay, scene 2. So I just realized this is getting pretty long, so let's pick up the speed a bit. Okay, so if you look in the bottom right corner of each brown tile, there is the letter. If you put them together left to right like a book, it reads, type bananas in the comments. And this hat right here is a reference to Paul from the New Year's special. This says hi in binary. Watch the street is just helpful advice because 2 vital clues are hidden in that running scene. Finally, Wexford is a reference to the cottage me and Justin visit each summer. I know the next scene is technically the one with the assistant calling Mark, but I'm just gonna group all the hallway scenes as one and go straight to the running scene. Okay, this is a reference to my video Henry Goes Classy, and this is a reference to my other video, Mr. Scruffy Visits Tim Hortons. This says type peaches in the comments. Also, Thugs for Life visited McDonald's. Finally, a Futurama reference, and instead of the mermaid, it's Spider-Man in the Starbucks logo. Now for the hallway scene. First off, watch the painting of the baby because it blinks twice. Keep your eyes here because there's a random moving shadow, and watch above it because it flashes the message Wexford. Here it says, type pots and pans in the comments. There are various messages that pop up here, including type hullabaloo and vampires in the comments. Pause the video here at 1 minute and 17 seconds in, and you get flashed with this message. Using the grid cipher, it translates to, the assistant is guilty. Now for Charlie's office. This is a Doctor Who reference, and so is this note. This bookmark is Finn from Adventure Time, and on the bottom right hand corner of the screen is BMO. Here's a Mario reference, a Blue's Clues reference, and 2 Sherlock references. This is Fry from Futurama, and these planets are from Trip to the Science Center. Here's a picture of me and Enrique. This reads, Justin is back, and this says, type hot dogs in the comments. Also, this says, type fuzzy peaches in the comments. This translates to innocent. Also, try writing down this URL. Trust me, it will feel rewarding. Now for Andrew's office. There isn't that much in this scene, so let's go through this quickly. This is a Cameron Animation sticker. This is a reference to Avatar: The Last Airbender. The show, of course, not to be confused with the movie.
Thoughts about my family ran through me.
Were they all good thoughts?
Some were sad.
Yeah, that was pretty disappointing. Anyways, this is Charlie Brown's Christmas tree, and this is a pine tree from Dipper's hat in the show Gravity Falls. This is the Animaniacs poster. Man, that show is good. So good. Anyways, this is a Powerpuff Girls reference, and this is Terrence the solar-powered flower. Basically, one time my sister got one of these plastic flowers that moved in the sun. Yeah, but it's broken now, but it will always live on in memory. Finally, there's a reference to one of my other comics, Matthew Destiny. Now for the final scene. By the way, notice if you take the first letter of each suspect's name, it spells out Cam. Also, you know how the theft occurred at 11:29? Well, that's a reference to my first video ever. 11 is November, and 29 is the 29th day, so November 29th. The day Explain the Dog was uploaded. Bam! Bonus Easter egg! Anyways, this is a Futurama reference, and this is another Gravity Falls reference. Over here is Homer from The Simpsons, and here is Louise from Bob's Burgers. Yet another great animation. This translates to, the nerd is innocent, and this translates to, thanks for watching. This reads, type light bulbs in the comments, and this is a reference to Young Justice. It's Cheshire's mask. Everyone who doesn't watch Young Justice right now is so confused. But yeah. Anyways, everything else, such as who stole the cookie, was just really random stuff to throw people off. Okay, well that's our video, and before we close it off, I just want to mention a few things. First off, shout out to my sister who almost solved it. She got it right the first time but then changed her answer. But still, we were pretty impressed with her theory. Also, shout out to Julie Park who solved the mystery. And when me and my brother wrote this script, we never expected anyone to be able to solve it. So we were quite surprised. Great work, guys. Also, here at Cameron Animation, we really want to improve our channel because it's far from perfect. So leave some suggestions down below. Also, what video would you like to see in the near future? Another mystery video? More stories with Justin? Write down below. Finally, there were a lot of different codes throughout this video, so I'll leave a link down below so you could try some too. That's all. Thanks for watching.